Pardon the way I look, y'all. Oh yeah. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Time for the New World.VIP to come at you with some good news for you to use. So, rare earth magnets. Huh? Everybody loving them? I know I did. I love them. Love them so much. I have always been fascinated with magnetism since I was a small child. Well, apparently they're not my friend anymore. I took 2 bags that I had already done a destructive acid test on, and clearly they showed some of it was 9 carat, some of it was 8 carat, some of it was German gold, some of it was from the Victorian era, which would have made it less pure. Some of it was 24 karat gold, some of it was platinum. And I knew for a fact that this was the situation because I took a file, a very, very long destructive file, and if I had it near me, I could show you. But I took a set of files that I have that is specifically for carving out the grooves in, say, a ring, to fit it back into the prongs, to actually create rings, which I was doing before I got into the vintage jewelry business. Now, moving forward, I took this to a place in town that I am a regular. They trust me, they know me very well. And I asked them, I told them that I had already tested everything, but to go ahead and test it again, please, just to make sure that I had, labeled it correctly. And so what was supposed to be $1,090 payday turned out to be a here's your junk back day. And then I was looked at a little bit differently by people that I had been working with for years. So I asked what was the problem. It wasn't magnetic. And then he said to me, well, are you using rare earth magnets? And I said, well, I'm using a magnet that can pick up over 40 pounds of material that's magnetic. That's a pretty strong magnet, and it didn't pick this jewelry up. I also placed it on two parts of my computer, and I know that that has rare earth magnets in it, and that deflected it. So what's the deal? Well, he said, watch. And he took a rare earth magnet and held up something random out of the bag, something that said over 14 karat gold. And it just wrapped around the magnet. And I said, but how can that be? You can see right here where the notch is, where I scratched it. It goes all the way down. There's not a bit of any other kind of metal in there. It almost goes halfway through the piece. And I showed him a video of how I do my testing and how it is very thorough, because the last thing I want to do, if you look at my website, www.thenewvintage.vip, I go through leaps and bounds to test and research every bit of jewelry that I have. I have it in my disclaimer what I do, so that I know for a fact that it is what I'm selling you. So I went and bought some rare earth magnets. Big ones. 10 of them. And I took jewelry that I know for a fact is platinum, that I know for a fact is 18 karat gold, because I bought it from the exact same place, or it was heirloom jewelry that I was there when it was taken out of the high-end jewelry designer chain bag and handed to my late relative. Stuck to the magnet like glue. So this led me to go on a bit more research hunting, and found that rare earth magnets are not attracted to 0.999% gold, But anything under completely pure gold is going to be attracted to a magnet. So it has to be basically 24 karat gold or higher. And it will still, with a 24 karat gold piece, which I own a 24 karat gold piece, it will still pull it a little. Just a little. And of course, we all know that it's going to attract the springs, because the springs inside of the clasps, that's made of iron. And the clasps are going to be made of a little lower carat because of durability. This really ticked me off. So I went back and discussed this, and discussed this with the same people, showed them my research, and said, what you're doing is basically turning away money for people because you want straight up bullion. And whoever's telling you that a rare earth magnet is not going to be attracted to 10 karat, 14 karat, 22 karat gold, well, let me show you. So I did. And I said, this is a piece of 18 karat gold that I bought from your store. And it went straight to the magnet. And he said, oh. And I said, so the distrusting glances can stop now, because I'm someone you can trust. And I marched my happy little you-know-what right out of the store. And that's the last time I'm going in there, because that was not fair. And there are not many sites that are showing, and these are people who are supposed to be, you know, you're supposed to trust with giving your things to. You know, basically you have to buy an electrostatic X-ray machine if you want to know if something is completely solid gold, if you want to know exactly the carat. These things range from $350 to well over $1,000. Like $1,700 on Amazon. Used ones are even several $100s. And which brings us back to the acid test, the vinegar test, the skin test, the foundation test, the water test. These things that are tried and true. So for any of you that have gone to a store, please forgive my face. I left my jewelry in a hotel room somewhere, and yeah, this is happening. But anyway, aside from that, if you're going into a jewelry store and you know that you have 10, 14, 22 karat, 18 karat pieces, even 8 karat pieces, or 9 karat pieces, and they're going, this is junk. Why don't you just let me take this scrap off your hands? And, you know, I will recycle it properly. What they're doing is they're stealing from you. Do not deal with these people. It is a newfangled way for companies, these pawn shops, to rob you blind. Now, the one that I use, they're not robbers. They're just trying to make sure that they don't get scammed, that they don't lose money, you know. But still, do your homework. Do your research. Just because somebody says, oh, if it's attracted at all to a rare earth magnet, then it is so not gold and you're getting scammed. No, you're the scam artist. Because you didn't do your homework. I did. Took me 10 minutes to find good jewelry places online that were actually saying the rare earth magnet test isn't conclusive. Don't follow it. It only works with the purest form of gold. Just letting you guys know, because I care. I hope y'all are having a blessed day. We'll see you soon.